I work with Jackie Martling a lot, so I'm not going to hide the fact that if somebody asks me to tell a joke, his hundreds and hundreds of jokes pop into my head.
You know,
So I'm stealing from Jackie for this answer.
my whole act is joke after joke after joke, and theoretically they're all good. That's the theory. But there's, of course, a place that's an oasis and a place that's a little bit, it has to go up and down. They can't, but there are certain jokes you get to that I start giggling before it even happens. And my favorite one to tell is the girl goes to the gynecologist and says, "Doc, I'm freaking out. I keep finding postage stamps from Costa Rica in my vagina." And the examiner says, "Lady, those aren't postage stamps. Those are the stickers from bananas," which is so foul, so funny, and so wonderful. So that's probably my favorite thing in my act, my favorite thing.
And every time I tell a joke to Jackie or in front of Jackie, he has steam coming out of his ears because he's thinking, as you said to me once, how many ways can you actually fuck up that joke? But he doesn't do this one that often. I think he should do it every night. I don't know why it hits my funny bone. I've told you this. This is the joke that just
Oh,
strikes.
do I have to go ahead?
No, do you want to tell it?
No, I want you to.
I'll try my best. I do comedy material. I'm not a very good joke teller, and comedians will tell you there's a difference. There are a father and son, and they live in the countryside, and their assignment for the day is to clean out the outhouse. And before they get started, the father says, "You know what? Let's not go near that place. Let's just blow it up and be done with it. Get the dynamite." So they put dynamite under the outhouse, lay a fuse out behind a bunch of bushes, and they light the fuse, and the fuse is burning down, and they're going to blow up the outhouse. And as they're waiting for the explosion, Grandma comes walking out of the house and goes into the outhouse and goes to the bathroom. And as that's happening, the outhouse blows up, and Grandma goes up in the air and she flips all over and over again, lands in a pumpkin patch, sits up, wipes the shit out of her face,
Wow.
and says to herself, "Wow, I'm glad I didn't let that one go in the kitchen." I think that's hysterically.
How?
They're staring at me over there.
How could you tell that joke
Was it
and
too
not
long?
use a little old lady's voice for that wonderful
Because
punchline?
you know why? Because I don't have the talent to do voices.
That's not voices. That's doing a little old lady. But that is funny.
Did I do it passably?
You did it great.
I like how some jokes have different punchlines. I'll give you two punchlines, and then Jackie will tell the first part of the joke. This is an experiment in comedy. The punchline
Experiment in
is,
terror. Hold on.
and
Let me take a sip from my
all right, let me-
stand-up memories mug.
yeah, let me take a sip from my stand-up memories mug, and I bet you have a third.
To get to the other side.
No. And the elephant goes, "Am I hurting you, dear?" And the second punchline is for the same joke. And the elephant goes, "Suffer, bitch." Now Jackie has to do the beginning, and I bet you have a third one you could use. Am I right?
You're such an idiot. There's an ant walking along in the jungle, and the ant is very horny. And he sees a female elephant who's basking in the shade of a coconut tree. And the ant says, "Hey, baby, can I sock it to you?" And the elephant goes, "Good." And so the ant scurries up the elephant's leg and pushes her tail up and starts banging the elephant. And a breeze comes and knocks a coconut out of the coconut tree, and it smashes on the elephant's head. And the elephant goes, "Ah!" And the ant says, not the elephant says,
I messed
ant
it up.
says,
I messed it up.
"Did I hurt
Such
you,
an
honey?"
idiot. I messed it up.
And then my friend Butch went away to Vietnam, and he came back, and that very gentle, "Did I hurt you, honey?" had morphed into "Suffer, bitch." But it's still very funny.
I know it's funny, but how can I mess that? I can't tell a joke in the first place.
There's a joke just
Secondly-
like that was in Bob Hope's act, where a mouse walks into a bar, and the mouse is all tired and exhausted. He says, "Oh, give me a drink." And the bartender says, "What's wrong with you?" He says, I just had a date with a giraffe, and between the kissing and the banging, I'm exhausted." But he didn't say fuck, you see, because it was Bob Hope.
Right. No, you can do dirty
But
jokes.
he said
that-
banging, which is the same as fucking.
How did Bob Hope say it?
I don't think he ever told that joke.
Not in the show.
No, never. I made up the whole thing.